Ka halayam la yahal bashim yahal Bahara Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders that taught us this truth, which right now, this truth is important, like as important as a supplement that you take that makes you feel better, you know, because how important are supplements? Well, supplements are because you're lacking something, right? So right now, what's lacking is wisdom. Right? And I'm going to show you how to get some wisdom. First, of course, you got to pray, right? See that little icon right here, the blue letter Bible? This is your best friend. And the reason why it's on Revelation 17 is because that's the topic of next week's, this Saturday's camp, which is Tuesday. It's quite a bit away, 5 days away. But, oh, fuck. But I called in today because my neck is bothering me. My shoulder is a lot better, and my hip's still bothering me, but my neck is the issue today. So, you got to deal with it, right? So, Revelation 17, right? And let's see. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get the one scripture that I'm gonna focus on, right? So I read. Wow. You see this icon right here with the cross and the speaker, right there. If you push that triangle, that play button, it'll play. It'll narrate, how they say, which is read to you this chapter. So I had it read to me. It's like 7 times, so I can get a little bit of understanding. I didn't, the human mind can't focus on too much, but it was picking up. My brain was picking up little parts here and there. So, and it has 3 options on the left side: repeat, continuous, and speed, right? So, and this is how I make a lesson. So the first thing I do is pick a chapter, right? Because why did I pick Revelation 17? Well, because let me show you. In these notes, this is where, and I'm not, about music and shit like that. Maybe I'm about working out and being fit and taking supplements, but that's only because I'm fucking hurting. Damn, I'm hurting. So I can describe the pain. It's right. Well, it's better, but like it hurts real bad to the point where I can't move. But then so just show you. So and I already did a lesson on war, and I did a lesson on infrastructure. But I didn't always do it like this. So let me show you what I mean. Come on. And this is why I think this tablet that I have on me, and it's married to my phone. So my phone and the tablet together are the woman and the thuman, the mom. So Revelation 17:5 is highlighted, and that's towards the end of the lesson. It was all about Babylon, right? Last camp. So let me see. Oh, great. So we started off in 2 Kings and 20 and 24, and that was just how the intro, right? And then it started getting real good. Well, it was always good. In 2 Kings 19:25, hast thou not heard long ago how I have done it, and of ancient times that I have formed it? So, check that out. That's Yahweh telling Isaiah, check this out, homie. And so just talking about this is, I was just watching a video on YouTube about the siege of Jerusalem, and it dawned on me that the reason why that happened is it was orchestrated, one, but two, it was because they lacked faith in Yahushua. So those Jews did not choose, and that's the only choice you have: do you or don't you believe? So they didn't. And then towards the end of my lesson, and I picked this up from a book, right? A book that was written a long time ago. It's a secret book, and it's basically, I don't know how I got it. I went to the library and I picked it up for $1. So I was thirsty for books. Now we got this internet, and there's no quenching my thirst. So that book told me a secret. It said, and that's why my sermons are more, more, I would say they're more Christian-like. It's like Southern Baptist. Like I preach about the downfall of Babylon, prophecy. But my approach to Edom when they come up is like, and my approach is I emulate this dude, this war general named General Patton. He said, kill them all, let the angels and God sort them out. So in my way of thinking, bless them all, let Yahweh Shai sort them out. So all you suckers that come up and are Edomites, that's why you laugh, because you're suckers. And I'm not trying to, I know that I have to curb my enthusiasm, because YouTube has been getting on my ass, deleting shit left and right, making me take surveys. So, we're gonna, I don't yell anymore. I don't argue. I just tell motherfuckers have a nice day. Alright? Peace out. So, towards the end of last week's lesson, it was all about Babylon. So, we got Revelation 17:5, right? And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And the mystery is, just look at, a mystery would be like confusion, right? Everything's confusing. Oh, it's so confusing. It is. Because let's just talk about gender. So, in Babylon, the USA, Babylon the Great, there's an option for you to say, identify as whatever the fuck you want to identify. Even though you were born as a woman, you can say you're a man. And you can stand next to me in the stall and whip out your orthopedic penis just so you can fucking pee. But meanwhile, you want to look at my penis. Man, fuck that shit. Right? So, that's confusion. But the confusing part is, ultimately, the government won't allow you to choose that unless you reassign your gender through a life-altering choice, which is surgery. And surgery is how these motherfuckers practice that witchcraft. Oh yeah, it's witchcraft. Because they're cutting you up, bro. they're cutting you up and reassigning neurons and all those fucking things that you can't fathom. These motherfuckers try to make me do surgery on my spine and surgery on my shoulder. I was like, man, fuck that. I'd rather do the long and hard way. And yeah, when I get older, if I get older, if your house doesn't come back, there's a good chance I might be in a wheelchair. Fuck it. That's what I feel like. So, that's terrible, right? But in Babylon the Great, why the word great is because they're the master. They're the master of confusion. And there's nothing more confusing than you thinking you are something when you're not. And part of that is to make you forget that you're Israelite. Right? And my car looks jacked up. Anyways, and part of that confusion is to hide the truth. So they're the masters of hiding the truth because they look what they did to the scriptures. They didn't do much but flip it. Flip understanding. Made you think that the Lord was white. Made you think that the letter J is relevant. Made you think that you should forgive their trespassers. Man, because it says an eye for an eye. But also it tells you to turn the other cheek, but it doesn't say turn your other cheek to your enemy. It says the enemy in Israel, which is your brother. And that's why the siege of Jerusalem happened. Because they were offered the lamb, right? And this is the end of the Passover, but towards the end of the Passover, the bridge collapsed on Baltimore. There's other bridges fucking falling over. Cyber attacks here and there. So, that's next week's lesson. But for today, the mother of harlots. Oh shit. Now for that, we go back over here. 17:5. I'm sorry. 17:5. And you press on, you hit the 5. You go to the interlinear, which breaks it down into Greek this time. Oh man, which I don't really know too much. I can't read it like I can read the Hebrew. So metapon, right? Metapon is on your forehead. It tells itself. Mysterium. Megas. Let's see. Harlots. Porne. Uh-oh. Ooh. Porne. Porne. Feminine noun. Pornos. Ooh, I read that one. I guessed it though. A woman who sells her body for sexual uses. A prostitute. A harlot. One who yields herself to defilement for the sake of gain. And that's really where we're going to stop right there. We can read the rest. But that's what this country is all about. Because look at the name. I'll highlight this motherfucker too. No, we can't. Alright. Oh well. But just take a look at the standard that's raised upon this nation. And the way the civilians act. Because those are the many waters right there. And everybody comes over here to prostitute themselves. How the fuck you gonna get a job, baby? It's when you have a job, it's a more sophisticated form of prostitution. And so it says a prostitute, a harlot, one who yields herself to defilement for the sake of gain. And that's what these people that are in high power, high positions, do. Take a look at P. Shitty. P. Shitty, didn't he, man? That fool's an astronaut. You know? And he has a harem of, rappers and artists and celebrities. They serve him. So really, he's a demon, a liaison for Satan. You know, man, there could be a handful of, so-called celebrities that are okay. My interest is not with you. My Lord told me to go get the broken down, the tattered, the ragged, the motherfuckers that, that are down, fucking down, man. Like they're down. I don't mean like they're down to fight, or I mean they're like down on the bottom of the barrel, man. They're looking for hope. You motherfuckers ain't looking for hope. That's the real. That's the real. Oh shit. Let me keep reading. B. A woman indulging in unlawful sexual intercourse. So unlawful sexual intercourse would be stepping out of marriage, and you 2/3, and you celebrities are stepping out of, that holy matrimony that you think you have with God, and you're doing for fornication, whether for gain or for lust. Look at this one. Metaphor and idolatrous. So all you celebrities are idolatrous. A. Of Babylon, i.e. Rome, the chief seat of idolatry. Ooh, and that's Babylon, baby. So, and the list goes on. So this is how you prepare a lesson. And yes, it does take a while, but also you can make good use of it. So from here, I'm going to jump to this icon with the Firefox on it. It's on the bottom. Bam. That's my internet. And, I'm going to move this over here to the side. What was it I had right there? What the heck is going on? Alright, it's all right there. There it is. And one of the ways Babylon is a great harlot is because it opens up its quiver to the whole fucking world via internet. How? How you gonna make that work, brother? Okay. Pretty easy stuff, man. This is how the mark of the beast, MOTB, is gonna be brought to life, and actually, it already is. All right, so there, and then you can see all those beautiful pictures, baby. The Internet of Things, the unicorn, the World Wide Web. You see, oh shit, hell yeah, this one's cool right here. One of these two. Man, this is all awesome. Which one should I pick? Okay, so, damn. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna let you use your imagination and pick whatever thing you want. So. Salakia. So how does Babylon prostitute itself? Through the web, either for gain or just for being used. Because if it's not for gain, you're just being used. So there's things called cyber attacks, right? And that's where they hack a signal. And that war is happening in the Metapon, the metaverse. That's a whole bunch of shit. That's, everything should lead to something else. Right, and that's how this internet works. So, let's say, and it's perfect to explain like this. You see, okay, this one's good. You see the world, right, in the middle, and the platform is the world. But there's that should be a server, right? A server allows for communication in between networks. or something like that. But you need internet. And each one of these computers is a portal. You see the portals? They have 3 arrows, one going in, one going out, one allowing things to come in and go out. It's just a different way of communicating. And it communicates through the world, through to the server, computer to computer, or user to user. And that's really where the fornication comes. Because there's a lot of things you could do business-wise. Prostitute. Every computer, you should just view this as a prostitute vessel. Because what do bitches use that shit for? That OnlyFans. What do dudes use that for? To be OnlyFans members. And that's a real fucking hit on the nail head right there. That's as fucking legit as it gets. But that's just for personal gain, right? How does the United States as a whole, as a Babylon, benefit? Well, let me just go back to another image. It collects all the information that is being sent out by all these computers named A, B, C, D, and all the way to J, to that server, to the connecting force, which is a unicorn. And do you hear that? I hear the ambulances. Every time I talk about something this motherfucker doesn't want me to talk about, boom. But that's cool, man. That lets me know that I'm on the right track. And the unseen force is the collection of information. Information is powerful. Information is powerful, right? Because through information you can make money. So let's say how. Let's say computer H and G have businesses and they want to reach all the other letters, but they can't because they don't have the power to do it. So H says to G, is there any way that we can share information between both of us? And they say, well, G says, well, I have a platform that collects information, but only on a medical base. And then H says, okay, I have a platform that collects information based on insurance claims, based on your medical information. So then, well, we're pretty close to each other. Let's put our resources together, and then we could create something where we can reach out to all those computers. And then they have a marketing, right? They have money for marketing or promotions. So then they reach out to C, but they have to go through the web, right? But before they get to C, the web sees that, okay, these motherfuckers are planning something. Before they get to C, let me, the government, step in and try to get some of that money. And they'll be like, okay, we have created a portal so you can get to C, but you gotta pay me to get to C safely because there's threats, cyber threats. And that's basically the same way that they started the banking, because the Knights Templar had fucking not just the Knights Templar. Any soldier could protect a rich person and see that they get their money to wherever they're going, if they're going somewhere. Let's say the Passover, right? You're in Egypt, you want to go to Jerusalem, but you're afraid of bandits. Okay, so then this is what you do. First thing you do is you establish a little business in Egypt, and you say, okay, put some money here, and when you get to Jerusalem, you will already know, they'll already be waiting for you, and the equivalent of this money will be over there in that Jerusalem's denarii or whatever. That's a sense of security. That's how they sell it. And that's perfect, bro. That's fucking perfect. Because now, let's go back to the image. Let's see if it's still there. Because now, H and G paid for that service, and not only can they reach C, but they can reach all the other motherfucking letters. You heard? Now they have access to all the motherfucking letters. Now they're getting it from all they're getting it from all over the place, man. They don't even know where it's coming from. Bang, 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 like fucking horn it up, man. They're getting it from everywhere. The signal is traveling through everywhere, and it's contaminating everything, and it saturates the whole fucking internet of webs. So then, now this wicked guy, he's like, man, let's invent something that can think for us. Let's invent our vision of what God is. And I don't know if that's how they did it, but it's got to be, because the opposite of, because what they're trying to go for is transhumanism, and what they need is an intelligence form, someone to decide things for them at a higher level. Basically, because if you're a Hebrew Israelite and you're prophesying this and that, you study a lot, so you have choices, right? You make those choices, but you also have a connection with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and that is what this internet is all about, is because their connection through the universe, right? To the metaverse, I mean. Well, the spiritual verse is how angels and demons and conduct their business, through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. The devil wants to get at you. He has to go through Yahweh. It's all business. And if H and G want to get together, they got to form a something called a business pact and form a LLC and whoop-de-hoop, this and that, which is another motherfucking mystery. Man, what the fuck? Another fucking mystery. All right. And I'm just talking about fucking finances. It shouldn't have been this long. But my brain does things like fucking study and learn. So, there's that. And finally, look at all these other scriptures that are available that have to do with that word. Harlots. Porne, harlots, right? And that is how, I know I missed a lot of this stuff, and that is how I get a lesson. And this is my lesson. Well, this is not entirely my lesson, but I have all the scriptures right here, and then I'm going to open my notes, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe later, maybe after I have my creatine, maybe when I'm inspired, but then I'm going to cherry pick them. Obviously, the first one's going to be Revelation 17:5, because that's the beginning of it, but also the last one I pick, I have to make sure that the last one I pick is going to be about next week's lesson. So the last one is probably going to be Revelation 19:2, and it's the word of that sentence is, so let me see if you can figure it out. I'm going to read it to you. For true and righteous are his judgments, for he hath judged the great whore. What did corrupt the earth with her fornication? Oh, come on. Hath avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. So the word for that day is judge, and judgments. That took about 30 minutes, but that's not that much time. What is impressive is how much information you packed into your lesson or your brain. And now, like any other workout, you have to let it sit, you have to rest, right? You have to seep it in. And the good thing about this tablet is I can leave this page open, or I could write it down, or I could put it in my notes, and I'll show you how. So, let's see. So, we're going to do that, and that is happening. You copy, and then open that note. So, this is a previous note. Then you go back, and then see that icon for a new note, new lesson. So, this lesson is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be for April 5th, or somewhere around this. And then we title this Camp lesson 4. I don't know, first week of April. And then we hit, and then we see it's so easy. So then what we do here, bam, pornos. And then we go back, bam. And then we hit that. Bam. What the hell is that? That's called being smart. You know? Tap that red thing, that blue thing, the paste thing, bam. And you got the beginning of a fucking lesson. Well, actually, I should have. Well, I'm gonna, And then if you get more ideas, you could just fix it up, right? So then I still got to go back. Back over here. And then, what was I going to do? Go back again. And then we tap that one, and we hit the copy to clipboard. 5. You can copy down as many scriptures as you want, but I'm just showing you how to do it roundabout. And then, we go right there. We go first, and then we bring it all down, and then we take it to the top, and then you paste the title, right? That would be the first scripture. Then I got the definition for harlot. Bada bing, bada boom. And you don't have to close it, but now you got your inspiration. And now you know what you're going to talk about. Now you know. So just to reiterate, the first thing I did was listen to the scripture 6 or 7 times is good. Seven times is good, just to listen to it. You'll catch keywords, right? And then I did a YouTube search on Revelation 17 through the GMS Portal Brothers of Brothers, and Apostle Ramla came out, and then I watched a little bit of him. What I did is I would have watched the whole show, but he inspired me at a certain point, and then I had to turn it off and proceed with my studying. And that's okay. That's why I can't watch. Well, I don't watch all the brothers' videos, because at some point you're inspiring me, and then I stop, and then I go do my thing. So that's one thing. And then, what was I going to do? Okay, so then I listened to that, I studied it, and then I cross-referenced it, and then I went to YouTube and I studied the things on war, on the Jerusalem siege. And that was a little, just to understand what happens in war, And let's see. Because on verse 8, let me show you. And then you highlight your important scriptures. On verse 8, it says, "The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is." And that would be the Roman Empire, right? Because it says, for me, when they behold the beast that was, because the Roman Empire was in Rome, and then the Holy Roman Empire and the regular Roman Empire had a war. They split up. Constantinople was the capital of Rome, not Rome. And then they tried to get back to Rome, but they couldn't. So the church, the Vatican, took over the post of Rome. And now, whenever you go to any fucking civic center or citizen center, courthouse, Their architecture is pillaresque in Roman, attributes. So you heard, man, that was kind of long, but it was chock full of information, and that's how you know your lesson is gonna be good. Even though that was 35 minutes, I'm also gonna look for things, you know, articles, and that will make your lesson longer. And the reason I do it like that is to inspire the brothers at the camp, and yeah, that's actually my favorite thing, because they'll be like, "Oh, I got a scripture. Oh, I got a scripture, or I got information," and that's beautiful. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.